This is one of the worst cars in Gran Turismo, and today I'm going to see how far I can upgrade it in an attempt to beat a GT3 car. GT7 engine swaps and tuning have come a long way, but this challenge may just be a step too far. Let's find out. Before we do anything, we need to go to the garage and get into a Group 3 car to see how far this thing is away. Now, this is no ordinary minivan. It was supposed to be a 3-door stylish take on the European people carrier, but its performance never matched its exquisite looks. That is, until today. So to see if it has any chance of beating or even competing with a GT3 race car, we need to set a benchmark time to go and chase. So now we've got the car, we need to go and choose a track, and I have a track in mind. So here we are then, we're going to jump straight into it, and we're going to do 3 laps here so that we can see and have a baseline of how far the Aventime is away as we tune it up. Now, the reason I chose Dragon Trail is because it basically tests every aspect of a car, and it's going to expose any cars that don't quite handle perfectly, which I don't think the Aventime's going to do. So let's get these done and see what time we get. Right, first attempt to 1:38.015. Tiny bit quicker there, 1:37. But in the quest for further gains, I pushed it a little too far here on the final lap and quickly got bitten. Well, looks like our best is going to be a 1:37.928. Damn you, Death Chicane. Okay, now we've got our baseline in a GT3 car. It's time to see how fast the stock Aventime goes round here. The beautiful Renault Aventime in blue. Look at it. I used to have a Renault Clio and it had the exact same interior, and I think the same alloys. Right, let's get this thing out on track. The Aventime is on track. Considering what happened at the Death Chicane in a fully fledged GT3 car, I'm a bit worried about what this thing's going to be like when we get there, if we get there. But actually, this thing is fast, for a minivan at least. Under its bonnet is a 3-litre V6 and 204 brake horsepower. The only issue is that it's front wheel drive and weighs over 1,600 kilos. Right, so let's see what happens here. This thing in its current state, I mean, it's alright at turning, to be fair. It's a little bit loose when you try and stop it, and then there's a fair old amount of understeer, but in a straight line it's not too bad. Look at the speed here, 80, 90 down here. I'm worried about these S's. I'm going to have to go down to third. Didn't quite have the grunt there. We're going to make 100 miles an hour. Come on. 100. 110. 110. Slam on the anchors. I was pleasantly surprised with how this thing handled, which was going to be important considering the amount of power we would soon be adding. Death Chicane is incoming. For reference, the Mercedes has already crossed the line. That shows how far away we are. There's no chance I'm taking this flat. Oh. And I was right to be concerned. This challenge turned out to be an absolute nightmare. You're going to see my pain firsthand later on. I'm a little bit worried here. That's 20 seconds we have to make up. 40. Okay, our first attempt here is a 2:20.418. Although we did do it with the Samba bus, so maybe it is doable. So we're giving ourselves 3 laps to ensure that we had a decent understanding of this car's performance. But what I was learning quickly was that there wasn't any, really. Oh yes. 6 tenths up. Purple through sector 1. Nice, what's this going to be? 2:19.151. One more lap to go. On our third and final lap, in an effort to wring out as much out of this thing as I could, I pushed this poor car a little too far. Oh, we took it flat. Let's... Slight touch on the outside, but don't worry. We'll edit that out. Let's go. 2:18.809. The baseline for the Ava time has been set. But not to worry, with the power of tuning, we should be able to change this thing. And the first thing we're going to do is drop the weight as much as possible and increase the power as much as possible. Here it is. We've currently got 204 brake horsepower. But we're going to swap the engine out of this with a Volkswagen GTI VGT Group 3 car, which is going to take the power up to 551 brake horsepower. Throw it in there. Lovely job. Sounds a bit better. Let's see what else we can do to this thing. Firstly, let's reduce the weight as much as possible. So weight reduction stage 1, reduction stage 2, and stage 3. Now let's up the power. Turbochargers, medium RPM turbocharger, and a high RPM turbocharger. So now, this thing has the most power we can give it at 789 brake horsepower, and it's as light as we can get it. 1,141 kilos. Let's take it back to track and see what all these changes have done to it. But quickly, for reference, those numbers aren't bad when put up against the GT3 we drove to start with. The Mercedes AMG has 614 brake horsepower and weighs 1,200 kilos, so we now actually have more power and less weight. Things were looking good on paper, but then I drove it. God, listen to it already. Right, so the time we have to beat with the Mercedes is 1:37.928, and the old Renault Aventine did a 2:18.809. Now, I was hoping that our first set of upgrades would allow us to cut seconds off our best lap time, but that may have been wishful thinking. Oh my. This thing's wheel spinning in 5th. And 6th. The comfort mediums are not liking it. Oh no. Stop! It's fair to say this version of the Aventine is officially a nightmare. I think somehow we made it even worse. This thing is horrendous. Yeah, it just goes in a straight line, really. Oh, 5th, 6th, it's still spinning. I wonder if this thing will spin in 7th. I don't know if we'll even be able to get it up to that speed. You can hear the turbo as well. Listen to this. Hear it fluttering. Right. Let's go. Oh no, thankfully it's only got 6 gears. Brake! Brake! And we just exposed another issue. The brakes that are used to stop this car with 200 brake horsepower couldn't cope anymore. Now it had almost 800. So death chicane for the first time. Basically, anytime I want to turn, I have to get off the throttle entirely. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! That wasn't enough. As we continued to push this thing, the need for some serious handling upgrades became clearer and clearer. It's still wheel spinning. Now, as I struggle on trying to find some more time, could you please do me a favour and hit the button that now lights up beneath this video when I say the word subscribe. Less than 50% of you who watch regularly are. It's free and it really helps me out. I also have some of the biggest videos that I have ever made on the way that I know you guys aren't going to want to miss. Oh, didn't hit the wall that time. Don't hit the chicane to death. Go, nice. One last shot here. Don't hit the wall. Of 209,981. So the GT3 just crossed the line now. So there is a definite improvement. Right, let's go. We're going to cross the line with a 208.488. Oh. This thing needs some control. So with over 200,000 credits spent on almost every single handling upgrade possible, I was hoping we had now unlocked some serious lap time. We've got the most powerful and lightest Aventime probably in the world now. Now we've given it some racing parts. Let's see how much more time we can take out of it at the track. Righty-ho then, if we look at the ranking board, the Mercedes did a 137.928. Our first iteration of the Aventine did a 218. Then our stage 2 version of the Aventine did a 208. So theoretically, this should be even quicker. Whoa, let's go. But there was still something clearly missing. Bear in mind we've still got the comfort mediums on. We've done everything else to it. But this test was to see whether proper race suspension, transmission and brake upgrades would be enough. Whoa, brake! Look out! Right. We couldn't have made this worse, could we? So we're looking for a 137.9 to take into the race. That's our marker. But for now, actually, we probably just need to concentrate on beating the 208. Which our previous iteration of this car managed to clock up. When do I need to start braking to get this thing stopped? Oh, nice. To my relief, finally we had some better brakes, but this thing was still a real handful around this extremely technical track. Oh! Right, the GT3 would have passed the start-finish line now. That's braking at the 175, and that's even too much. These tyres just can't handle it. Right, we did a 208 again. Now we knew what we were working with, it was time to lock in and try to nail these next 2 laps. Right, get the hang of it now. Go! 201.6. Yeah, buddy. Right, let's try and improve on that. It's going to be tough, I reckon. But I fear that game may have given us some false comfort. And once again, I pushed this poor Aventine just that little bit too far. No, 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 no! Oh. Well, a 201.611 it's going to have to be. Oh. So after that, we're 13 seconds now behind the Mercedes. Can the final stage of tuning get us competitive? There's one thing that we haven't done. And that's put on racing soft tyres. So that should now give us the grip we need. Everything should be sorted. But actually, there's one more thing that we need to change. There it is. Of course it needed a livery. The Renault Espace F1. That's my childhood right there. Let's go. This could be the final thing we need to get us competitive versus those GT3s. Here we are then. Fully upgraded Aventine. Trying to beat our time of a 201.6 and trying to beat the Mercedes-AMG GT3's time of a 137.9. Let's go get it. Whoa! So with a fully upgraded car, I was hoping for a real performance upgrade. And my word, did we get it. Most of, actually. That wheel spin is gone. Let's go. 165 miles an hour. Brake. How's the brakes? Not bad, actually. Turns in. How's she on the curbs? Curbs isn't awful. Go! Equipped with the stickiest tyres in the game, this thing was now transformed. It handled, it stopped, and the wheel spin that had been haunting us throughout was almost completely gone. 34 seconds through that first sector. A lot of time can be lost through the S's here. Let's try and limit that. Go. Just about got it stopped. This is a million times faster. Having these soft tyres here. Unlock all the other upgrades. Let's be careful for the chicane of death. Go. And I finally felt I could hit some apexes and drive this thing properly. It was looking like we were about to smash our Aventine lap record. No, I overcooked it. 35, 36, 37. Wow, we're close. Wow, we're close. Oh, I just pushed a bit hard there. I was gaining a better understanding of this car corner by corner, working on trying to find the limits of this final iteration of our Aventine. We're going to be up here. Braking it at 200. Let's not overcook it like we did last time. And just look at how level it is through this final corner here. Our Aventine F1 is an absolute monster. Another 43. That was better. Much better. We're a second up. Come on. Oh my word, a 141. Let's go, we're going to be quick. It's going to be our quickest lap. 141.499. Previously we had done 3 laps per session, but to have any chance of beating GT3 cars, I knew I needed to squeeze every ounce of pace out of this thing. So I went full try-hard mode and extended the session. Just flat. This will be our quickest lap by a mile. Into the 40s. Okay, one last shot. Full beans. Oh, I don't think we're going to improve. We end the session with a 1 minute 40.897. Woo. That's not bad. We've got a shot. Overall, we've improved this thing by 40 seconds and got to within 3 seconds of a GT3 car. But time trial is one thing, a race is another. Now, I've been thinking 3 seconds is quite a lot. And before we jump into the race, there is one more thing we can try. Let's go and add nitrous oxide. This is going to be horrendous. But as I alluded to earlier, pulling this off and winning this race was going to be far, far harder than I'd ever imagined. Oh! And also nitrous is here! Right, let's go easy on that. Come on, Rory, make it, make it, make it, make it. Get straight and go. No! No! Second place! Oh. No matter what I did or how hard I pushed, I just couldn't beat that one final car. But you guys know me, I wasn't going to let this video finish without completing the challenge. Oh, no, not again! No! 5 attempts down and it felt like instead of getting closer, the win was actually getting further away. No, 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 no! No, come back! No, come back! No! And this is the level of despair you normally see in one of my 200 lap challenge streams, not a meme upgrade challenge video. This was turning out to be absolutely brutal, but the stubbornness in me just couldn't concede defeat. Come back! No! So 10 attempts down and it still wasn't happening. I didn't know what to do. Ah, no! Part of the issue was that this new Sophie AI is actually really fast, especially as we had turned them all the way up to their hardest setting. It was so hard to make all the overtakes needed and get to the front in time. I can't believe it. I can't believe it! No! Oh! I don't know how many more attempts I've got in me here.
10 seconds later.
Go. No! Nope, that's not going to happen, is it? I just can't do it. Can't do it. I don't think I can do it. To get this win, I found myself starting to push way too hard, and rather than getting better, things started to get worse. That was not going to happen. Stop, 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 stop! Oh! In order to make the 19 overtakes required and gain on the leader with a car that was fast but still 3 seconds down on my opponents was going to require some luck and a perfect drive. And this attempt was looking good. Come on, come on, come on. Sorry, mate, no prisoners now. Go for it. That's the one, mate. Yeah, that's the one. We hadn't even hit the death chicane yet and we were up 6 places. This was better. Oh, sideways through the death chicane. Oh. We definitely have more power, but these GT3 cars are so good on the brakes and absolutely fly through the corners. Go! But we were making something happen here. Sorry mate, I've got to go. I don't even want to look at the Delta. I hate it. I'm sick of it. This is without doubt the closest we've been. We were into the top 5 and crucially still had all of our nitrous saved. Crossing the line to start the third and final lap, we were just 3 seconds behind the leader now. We were running out of time and I needed to get past this Ferrari ASAP. I was giving this everything I had. Be patient, be calm. We were driving on the ragged edge and still just about in this. To finally pull this off, we were going to need an absolutely perfect death chicane. It was now time to rinse all the nitrous that we had saved. I had to go for it. No. No you don't. 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 Go, 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 go! Yes! Yes! Oh. Oh. If the title of this video is "Can you tune a minivan to beat a GT3 car on GT7?" the answer is yes, but it might kill you in the process. Oh.